Hi and welcome to the Art of Tarot. This is a random reading for everybody, timeless. We will see what wants to come out during the reading. You can already see it in the title. And I'm using the Small Spells Tarot. And this is a beautiful indie deck by Rachel Howe is her name, from the year 2016. I really love it. So let's see what the cards want to talk about with us. Please subscribe to my channel, you know the deal. Please leave a like, a comment, maybe even a little donation. You can find all the information that you need in the description box. And we're gonna get started with a Celtic cross. Ooh, Queen of Swords in the reverse. Okay, she wants to be out here right in the middle, in the beginning of this reading, taking center stage. Queen of Swords in reverse. Well, the Queen of Swords in reverse, I think, is really asking us to think about how we communicate. How do we communicate with others? How honest are we with others and with ourselves? How kind are we in our communication? How open are we in our communication? How careful also maybe are we in our communication, and how much knowledge do we actually have, how much information do we actually have that we can use. The Queen of Swords in reverse can be a bitch. She can be just like that person who can give you backhanded comments, or, you know, distort the truth, or use the truth against you, that kind of stuff. So when I say she's using that against you, also we need to, of course, look at ourselves, if we might be in a position where we are not super careful with our communication. What's important here also is timing and receiving information. So it seems like Queen of Swords in reverse doesn't have all the information she needs, and this could be coming already. I mean, this, you saw how the card flipped right on the other card, so maybe there is some information here. Yeah. The first thing I want to say is there is no need to be a bitch because you're better than this. I don't know why this is coming out. But yeah, I think if you really truly look into yourself, and if we really truly look into ourselves, we understand that there's no need to be mean. You know, when we really tap into our self-worth and into our value and into our self-respect, there's also no need to disrespect others. And this is kind of a situation here. Maybe you don't fully understand your own worth yet, could also be the case, or somebody. Queen of Swords in reverse is maybe, it could be an indication that we don't understand a thing just yet. And I said earlier, it has to do with timing, I feel like. So let's see what's here in the subconscious mind. Hanging. Four of Wands in the reverse. It seems like there is subconsciously a step building up that you're not just yet ready to take, maybe. Four of Wands in reverse says, okay, we're not willing to open ourselves up so much. Maybe we're holding back of going into a more comfortable, more fun place with ourselves, or within our personalities. Maybe we have a little bit of a hard time being playful, being joyful, that kind of stuff. Or we are afraid to take a step into a new direction. This is what I'm getting here a little bit. So let's see what we have in the past that is still influencing the situation, or could be influencing the situation. Oh, Two of Cups in reverse. Well, yeah, this is the Two of Cups, obviously is about open, loving, kind relationships, most of the time one-on-one relationships. Doesn't have to be a love A romantic relationship can also be a platonic way of interacting with other people, but most of the time this is about romantic relationships, and also being open and giving, and feel that the feeling is mutual. So it's a mutual way of reciprocating, giving and receiving and feeling connected. There might be experiences in the past where you felt like there is not that connection that I need to communicate in a way that shows my worth with this Nine of Pentacles. Huh, wow, okay. Okay, tarot cards. This is interesting. So let's see what we have here in our higher consciousness, higher self position. The Magician. Yeah, there is definitely the idea of not being able to do something, not feeling like having the tools or having the guts or having the motivation or not knowing how. That's all the Magician in reverse. So it's hard to start a new cycle here. It seems like it's hard to start or to take this step. Also in the combination with the Four of Wands and the Magician, it's hard to take the step towards this new area or new way of doing things, even though it seems like though you know kind of, with the Queen of Swords in the reverse, you kind of know that you have what it takes, you know, but at the same time there's still this blockage here. So okay, Ten of Swords, this is gonna go, it's gonna go. Ten of Swords in the reverse is saying there is an ending to a situation, there is an ending to a way of thinking, there's an ending to there's a dead end to a situation, and it's probably coming from within. With the Ten of Swords in the reverse, I like to read it as some idea that, or something that builds up from within, that it's not so much outer circumstances that are forcing us to end something, you know. So I think you will be, or we will enter into this moment where we are just ready to let old ideas go, old ideas of limitation, I want to say, or old ideas of imposter syndrome. Also, the Magician in the reverse is very much imposter syndrome. Like, I can't do it, I'm not good enough, I don't have what it takes, I don't know how. There is so much, maybe also comparing yourself with others. Yeah. So there is a big chance of letting this go with the Ten of Swords in the reverse. This mindset. It's also letting go of a mindset. All right, so where are we right now? How do you perceive yourself in this situation? This is the next position. Nice, Queen of Pentacles. I love it. Still, as I said, even though you know that you have what it takes, Queen of Pentacles says exactly that. I'm gonna be very confident and careful with my resources. I know how to build strength within myself. I know how to feel safe. I know how to feel grounded. I know how to nurture myself and others. I know how much energy I give away. I know how much energy I need for myself. I am a responsible person, a conscientious person. That's all the Queen of Pentacles. So there is this sense of being qualified, or the sense of I've built all this, so I have to be able, and I have to be doing something right, you know. Even though if a more courageous step right now is not possible, you still know you've come a long way. You know your worth. It's not that you don't understand your worth at all. That's not it. With the Nine of Pentacles here, it's the same thing. So let's see what the influences from the outside are. Five of Swords. Well, yeah, the world out there is tough. I mean, business is tough. The dating world is tough. There is tough people and there is cutthroat people out there. They will want to just win, you know, and that's also the Five of Swords. No compromise. There is only facts. That's the Five of Swords, and it's a very cutthroat energy in a sense of, I'm gonna win this no matter what, and I'm gonna be very determined about that. And that's maybe the environment you're trying to put yourself into, and you might understand that this is going to be a challenge because it's not going to be easy. You have to be very smart. Five of Swords is very smart. That's psychological aggressiveness more than anything. This is not like we are fighting physically or we are working so hard. And no, this is having the best arguments. This is having the best way of delivering arguments. This is defeating people psychologically, you know, or proving people wrong. This is the energy. And if you're not fit for that, out there's tons of people who will, you know, just be better than you maybe at that, and that's very uncomfortable. All right, so let's see what the fears are. Okay, well, this has something to do with your subconscious as well. Focusing, I want to say, focusing on details and initiating things and getting things into motion. I mean, yeah, that's basically it. It's like a whole dopamine kind of situation here. How do I get my system going? How do I put my system into focus? How do I put myself into focus? And what do I, oh God, what do I need to focus on? How do I get out of maybe a little too comfortable mindset, also with the Hangman here in the reverse and the Queen of Pentacles? It could be that you're like, well, it's so comfortable here, you know, it's like, why would I even want to go somewhere else where it's scary and there is all these people who are just waiting to get into weird, competitive, argumentative situations with me. So yeah, I mean, sure, I get it. Fears. There were a lot of cards that don't really want to come out for this particular position, but now we have some Three of Cups. Okay, fear of maybe being in the wrong environment that doesn't benefit you. Three of Cups is about social environments, about friend groups, acquaintances, peer groups. So maybe there's a fear of not finding your tribe or not finding your people or being with the wrong people. That's coming through here, or people having a bad influence on you. But you know, it doesn't matter because you have the Star here coming out. Again, you are authentic and you are a star, and there is always people who will be uncomfortable with that, you know, and those people are immature people. King of Cups. Emotionally immature, emotionally controlling, maybe have a hard time tapping into their emotions themselves, having a hard time controlling their emotions. So this could all be people who are of influence. King of Cups, of course, water signs, Scorpio, Pisces, Cancer, but you know, I'm not concentrating on the astrology here. The Star card, Aquarius. It is about community also. Where do I belong? I feel like, because Aquarius in astrology is about community and about society as well. So let's see what the key card to this whole reading is. Knight of Pentacles in the reverse. Okay, let me think. There is still roots that you have to grow, I think, and they're growing fast. This is with the Knight of Pentacles, it seems like this is not a slow process. This is not like one step at a time, slow and steady wins the race. This is like more of like a jump into it kind of situation, I feel like. There is no, if you prepare, you are prepared. It seems like you're steady, you're steady, you're ready, steady, ready, you know who you are, you know what you are capable of, you understand yourself. With the Star, you've come a long way. It's like maybe it's even as strong of a feeling as you have to kind of pull out your roots a little bit and plant your tree in another environment. Huh. Wowie. Four Pentacles, yeah, letting go of all the security that you've built. I mean, don't let go of all the security, that's terrible advice. But, you know, maybe finding a different perspective when it comes to what does material wealth mean, what is stagnation and what is being comfortable. You know, where can we find a good middle ground where we still feel inspired? Because it seems like with the Magician in the reverse, it's hard to really get that inspiration, to take that step, to find the right time. The Star is also, I mean, the Star is not in a rush. They know that things will come to them at the right time. I want to pull one more for the Knight of Pentacles here as a key card. There's a lot of cards coming out. Six of Cups, love it. Trust. Trust the change. Think about what you know feels safe emotionally and go into those places, even though it's not necessarily materially safe, or even though it's situations that seem to be new, but it seems like you know what feeling to follow, you know, with the Six of Cups, because this is an old feeling, this is a nostalgic feeling, this is something that you know and that you've built in your childhood or adolescence, when you were very young. This is, the Six of Cups is a feeling of trust that is very innocent, where we really feel nurtured, safe, and taken care of. And I think this is, as long as you stick with that feeling and with that environment, and also look for that type of energy in new environments, you will be okay, you know. There will be emotionally unavailable or immature people, or people who pretend to be very mature and are not. That's the worst type of king, you know. The king in the reverse is a uncomfortable fella, because he is really about, oh, I know, you know, I've experienced it all and I'm so mature and blah, but they are not really. So they think they are, but in reality they are not. And that's often people, of course, where you get into arguments with. So it seems like there is people surrounding you that might right now have an impact on your situation, that act like that, but still you understand how to create trust, I think, the Six of Cups. And it can be, I even want to say, it can be established quick, and it doesn't have to be an environment that's too familiar. You can also do this in a new environment and find those people and find your tribe and find your find people who are on the same page. So yeah, wow, it's really a reading of encouragement to, even though you seem to be in a good place, to not be afraid to go to an even better place, maybe, you know. And still stand your ground and still feel that safety and security within yourself, with the Queen of Pentacles here. All right, so thank you for being here. Please leave a comment, subscribe, like, and maybe even leave a donation, or, you know, you can also order a reading. So thank you, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye.